This is Harry Davis from Mirror Fighting, joined by Viddal Riley at the press conference for Frazer Clarke against Fabio Wardley. Viddal, what are your thoughts on today and this fight as a whole?
That's going to be a war. That's going to be a war. They both have a point to prove. Frazer has a point to prove more than Fabio does. It's something that he asked for a long time ago. So now he's finally got the opportunity. It's going to be a war.
Would you agree with the assessment they had on stage where Frazer's saying, I think I've got the better ring IQ, but Fabio's the bigger puncher of the two?
I don't know because Frazer's been boxing longer, but in terms of ring IQ as a professional and being in there with better opposition, you got to give that to Wardley. That's what makes it a good fight. I think what always makes a good fight is that element of doubt. People being able to side with one man, people being able to side with another man. And in this fight, no one's going to be 100% Wardley side, no one will be 100% Clarke side.
I think Frazer sort of feels like his accomplishments have been disrespected by Fabio. Do you get that impression, and do you think they are as legitimate as Frazer thinks they are?
I'm not sure. I'll be honest, I'm not sure. I think it's all in jest. They do want to fight each other, they're serious, but when they're doing their little back and forths, I feel like there's a little light touch to it. But there won't be any light touches come 31st of March.
Last time we saw you was September. When you come to these things, I know you've been linked to a few fights, but you've not got a fight officially announced. Do you get the itch of like, oh, I want this to be me on stage?
I mean, I'm a fighter, so that's my job, that's what I do. Amongst other things, my main thing is to fight. So, of course, when I see, fights being announced in the shows and everything, I want to be up front and center. As English champion, I've got a title to defend. As a aspiring fighter, I have other belts that I want to get. So we just want to keep the journey going. We want to be active, and that can continue on the 31st of March.
You've done a great job of being very active on your social media, and someone who's paid attention to that is Isaac Chamberlain. He keeps prodding you and poking you, and there's linked to this April 27th date. Can you tell me anything more about that? Is there any progression on that?
Man, April 27th, I'm not waiting until April 27th. I'm going to fight here on the 31st of March. He's at a different stage in his life, man. I gave him the opportunity. I said it from he got out the ring, the moment literally he didn't even have the belt for 10 minutes. I said, yo, I want to fight you next. Delay. 31st of March, big show at the O2. Don't understand why it can't be a co-main event, but he's hell bent on April 27th. That doesn't work for me. He said he's a champion, he calls the shots. The shot he's calling don't interest me anymore, I'm sorry. So I'm going to fight, do what I'm doing, and I'm pretty sure by then he'll have an opponent and what he's doing on his magical day of April the 27th.
Ben mentioned on stage there, this is going to be a great undercard. You just mentioned you want to be chief support. Anyone in mind, or you just want to get in there?
No, I mean, the chief support would have to be me versus Isaac. Any other opponent, I'm not sure if that will be the chief support, but there's no doubt me and Isaac's even a main event worthy fight. So since the main event is already huge, British and Commonwealth titles, imagine 2 British and Commonwealth title fights on the same show. I mean, it makes sense to everyone but Isaac. He wants to wait till April, so we'll let him do his thing.
If you're a betting man, would you bet on that fight happening for this coming event?
Nah. I don't think he wants to fight me. I mean, the behavior of someone who wants to fight won't delay. I don't understand why you purposefully would delay to fight the English champion, someone who's worse than you.
I was at the first Misfits event in Leeds this year, and obviously you're forever going to be linked to KSI.
Oh, of course.
But he said, sort of surprised people, like, I want to fight twice this year. Did that surprise you? Because after the Tommy Fury fight, it sort of seemed like, where is he going to go from there?
Yeah, to me, I don't want to see JJ fight anyone but Jake Paul. So the fact that he said he's going to have 2 fights this year, I do wonder who those 2 people are, but it's not what I'm going to want to hear, I think. So I don't know who those fights will be against. I'm surprised he wants to fight twice. We'll see.
Is it sort of hard for him to go from Tommy Fury to someone like Slim, who's like still like a decent boxer, but nowhere near as the name? It's like you say, it's either Jake or nothing at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if he does fight Slim, I don't know. It's difficult because if you're trying to gain the respect of fighting professional fighters, then yeah, you can't go from Tommy Fury to Slim. But if you are a crossover fighter and then you fight a pro sometimes and a crossover guy sometimes, I don't see what the issue really is. I just, out of interest and out of what I think is worth his time, because he puts a lot of sacrifices, the only person worth doing those sacrifices for is Jake Paul.
I know it was a bit of a light-hearted fun, but he was sort of rejecting the the stats that you did versus him and Jake, sort of laughed and said, "In the name of Jesus, I reject this"?
Oh no, of course. So I mean, I didn't think he was going to agree. And when I make my videos, I don't assume everyone will agree with me either. I do the videos for everyone to share their opinion and have, a discussion. So when he saw it and he said he don't agree, I'm like, fair enough, man. I think a good video would be me and him doing it together and him explaining what he thinks he should get. Do you know what I mean? That is what those videos are about. It's just a matter of opinion, no thanks.
Picking your boxing mind, what does he need to do to get you to rate him higher than Jake? The UFC?
I don't want to say it. Maybe train with me. No, but jokes aside, he's developed a style that is very unusual. Do you know what I mean? It's very unusual, and I don't think his intentions are to become a better traditional technique boxer. His goal is to use his athleticism and what's got him this far to this point.
His style is based off, well not based off, but replicated of MVP Michael Venom-Page, and I also get your thoughts on his UFC debut, because finally he's in the UFC and he's fighting March 9th in Miami. I bet you're excited for him.
I don't know who he's fighting. Who is he fighting?
He is fighting Kevin Holland.
Okay. So I mean, it's time for him. It's been time. I think he's been one of the biggest UK MMA stars for a long time, and for him to get the opportunity now in the UFC, hopefully he makes the most of it.
And finally yourself, I know we mentioned the Isaac fight, but you would bet on this happening for this fight, but you yourself, whether it's not Isaac, do you see likely you fighting on this card or not?
Yeah, no, I'm supposed to be on this card. So whoever the opponent is on the card, I'll deal with, and we continue the journey to becoming British champion.